Hello, my name is Giovanna Jimenez, and this is my presentation on my A through D forms. What I'm going to cover here is just my um, health education form. So, the first one is Health Center Health Science Event Form A. I included a picture of my participation in the critique. And then my second one is the health related volunteering event, Form C, and then I also include a picture of my participation, a critique, and then the last thing that I do add is my resume. So for the Form A, I attended the American Red Cross blood donation at California State University Long Beach. It was held in the USU building on campus on February 12th, 2018 at roughly around 12 p.m. I don't remember exact times that they were there, but I do remember that I went right after class, which was around 12. And the educational focus and purpose of this event was to educate students on blood donations. And obviously, the target audience was just anyone that was on campus that day. It wasn't just exclusively for students. So it included students, faculty, and just anyone that happened to be on campus or works on campus. And another participating agency that was actually on the site was Be the Match, which they are a bone marrow registry. And after donating blood and sitting down at the snack table, they would come up to you and ask you if you were interested. And if you were, you just fill out some questions and they take that into consideration. Then they mail you your um, registry ID, which if they find a match, if you're a match for someone that's on the wait list, they would contact you. So the evaluation of climate environment, I gave it a 5. The evaluation of content presentation, a 5, and evaluation of usefulness is a 5. Overall, this event was really, really nice. In high school, I always wanted to donate blood, but my iron level was never high enough to donate blood, and this time it was actually slightly just over the amount of iron you need to have to donate blood. I include a picture of me donating blood. I actually, like I said, it was my first time donating, and I barely made it to donate blood because of my iron levels. And I actually, after donating blood, I felt very, very dizzy, like I was nauseous, just drowsy. So it wasn't a fun experience, but it's just something I've always liked to do because you never know when you might need a blood transfusion or anything, and I just believe in if you're able to help, just like help. And also another thing that happened, they always struggled to find my veins, so they actually had to poke both my arms. So I walked out of there with like the red bandages on both my arms, and it took like 3 nurses for them to like get a good vein out of me. And like I said, it was my first time donating blood, and the process is very informative. And you basically take your time. They give you a pamphlet to overread to make sure you qualify to donate blood. I think that's really, really cool that they do that, just because if you read the pamphlet and obviously you see that, oh, I went here during this time and year, that therefore I cannot donate blood, you just, move on. And also, as I mentioned already, Be the Match was also there asking people to join the registry, and I actually did join as well. They just took a quick DNA sample from a cheek swab, and it's all good to go. Um, I also really like it because you're able to interact with the nurses and ask questions regarding different aspects of working in the health field. So, obviously, donating blood is quite a process. It usually takes like an hour. And during that hour, like, you're just surrounded by other people donating blood and nurses, and it's a good time to, ask questions if you do have any questions about just basically anything. My second form is the health related volunteering event, Form C. And I went to a secondhand smoke presentation here on campus as well. It was held at the SPA 006. And this was on April 30th, 2018 at around 12 p.m. as well. And the educational focus purpose of this event was to educate on the dangers of secondhand smoke. And the target audience, we were all students, and there weren't any other participating agencies. For the evaluation of climate and environment, I gave it a 5. Evaluation of content presentation, I did give it a 3 just because I was a little disappointed that we didn't have any visuals or like a PowerPoint presentation. I'm a very visual person, so when I didn't have those things, I felt like it was just a little harder to kind of go along with their presentation with just them speaking to me. And the evaluation of usefulness is a 5. I'm a big advocate in like no smoking. I cannot stand the smell of tobacco or any smoke for that matter. So I really enjoyed their presentation. I attached pictures of my participation that I was there. And another thing I really liked was that one of the girls doing the presentation, I believe her name is Alyssa. She was actually a former student, so it was very easy to relate, and it just shows you that she said that she got that job as soon as she graduated. So I really, really liked that and enjoyed that. And I also like that they have volunteering, so you can actually volunteer with them, and you basically go to secondhand smoke presentations as they did with us, and they visit City Council in Anaheim, and you do data collection. And it's something good to put on your resume that you're volunteering. So I actually reached out to them, and I am interested. The only thing is I do live in Los Angeles, specifically in downtown, so I'm just looking to see if I find something closer to home, just because Long Beach is quite a drive for me, especially since I work in Venice Beach full time, so it's just very hard to juggle life in general. And it was very informative. Like I said, there was no visuals to help with the presentation, which was not their fault. It was just technical difficulties that they didn't have the right cable. I really liked it because we were able to get other information pertaining to like internships, for example. I do know we need to do an internship during our last semester, and overall just information about volunteering with them. So I really enjoyed their presentation, and I'm very interested just because I am a advocate for a smoke-free zone, and yeah, I really like their presentation. So the next slide is just my resume, my current resume right now. I um, did forget to put my address, but everything is up to date as of right now. Like I said, I am working full time, trying to find a job closer to home or closer to Long Beach, just because this semester has been so stressful, driving from downtown to Venice Beach to Long Beach, and just not having a day off at all. So just trying to juggle everything. But yeah, this concludes my presentation on my A through D forms.